All right, ladies and gentlemen, more gentlemen than ladies. This is the first episode of Ground Upper. What's Axel's attack in Streets of Rage actually called?
We probably should have looked that up before naming our podcast.
It's okay. If anyone wants to send internet mail to us and answer this question,
Grandpapa.
Is it Grandpapa? Ground Apple? Who's to say? Who knows?
A ground apple.
So today we're going to be talking about a number of things. Now, Todd, what have you been playing, Todd?
Well, recently I've been playing...
Introduce yourself, Todd.
Okay, so what we should probably do is...
No.
This podcast, Ground Upper, we are a video game review / question and answer podcast. I'm Todd, and this is Tyler.
I'm Tyler, and that's Todd.
Tyler and Todd. Yeah. And we're going to talk about video games because there is a never-ending need for video game-related material on the internet.
You know, it's a really funny thing. There's just such a drought of video game content on the internet. You'd think that there'd be more out there.
Yeah, I YouTube, like, video games, and I don't find anything. I find Meghan Trainor videos. I find 80s... synth music.
Kendall Jenner do-it-yourself makeup tutorials.
Yeah, but nothing on video games. It's weird. So this is our contribution to the internet, the first and only video game-related content for YouTube / other listening pleasures.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. That was coffee I was drinking. That's not coffee, that's tea. I'm lying to the internet.
Why? You can't lie on the internet. It's illegal.
So, as I was saying, Todd, what have you been playing, Todd?
The first segment, what have I been playing? I have been playing Mahjong. A lot of Japanese Riichi Mahjong. Mainly because of the manga Akagi, and because Mahjong is great and everyone should play it. What have you been playing, Tyler?
Well, I've been playing something... a little less tasteless than that. I've been playing Senran Kagura Shinobi Versus for the PlayStation Vita. It is a breast simulator, and it's going pretty well. It's kind of like Dynasty Warriors, but better. It's a lot of fun. I play it now and then. I've also been playing Medal of Honor Warfighter for some reason, which I'm sure we'll get into in this episode.
We went to
Ground Apple.
We went to EB and we decided to purchase some games, and we found Warfighter there for a staggering $4.
A pretty good price.
What were we comparing it between? It was We wanted to we had Warfighter, Final Fantasy 14.
I ended up buying Final Fantasy 14, A Realm Reborn, for all you hip kids. But I was comparing Medal of Honor and its spiritual sequel, Warfighter, in price. And funny enough, the second game is less money than the first. So I locked in on that firm $4, purchased that with cold hard cash, and now I'm fighting the war.
The war for your family, your wife.
My wife.
Your horrible troll.
Oh, man. Okay, so let's get in the thick of the CG in this video game. Now, I know it doesn't happen too often these days because of graphical updates and engines and all that nonsense. But this game does have CG cutscenes, and they are fucking hysterical. Mostly because the rendering of Army Man's daughter is very similar to the rendering of the cave-dwelling creature in the Lord of the Rings, Gollum. Or for all you LARPers, Schmeagol. Or for all you losers, Schmeagol. So just a hideous looking child.
It is. We were watching the cutscene. I was really engrossed in the character. I really felt for him when his wife was like, "Honey, I don't want you to die," and he's in the hospital bed and having war flashbacks. Like serious PTSD stuff. Yeah. And then your kid walks in and I threw up a little bit. What kind of genetics will result in a creature that horrifying?
Now, I don't want to offend the 3 people who are going to listen to this, but I have prepared numerous fetal alcohol syndrome jokes. I actually have them in the back. I could go get them. But that said, I think it's easier to say that Army Man's wife was getting a bit of the old war loneliness. She wasn't war fighting; she was war feeling. And she went, "I need me a man." And the bridge troll was walking by and said, "Hey,
I'm a man, and I will let you.
I'm man-esque."
I will let you cross this bridge
for some of that sweet ass. And that's how baby Skylar was born.
Yeah, I was. Is that her name? I don't even care.
Who fucking cares? It would be Skylar. If I was a military man, I would name my kid Skylar.
I think the terrorists, you're the actual bad guy in this game, because your offspring, your spawn, is apparently going to destroy the planet.
I don't empathize with Army Man.
No, I'm pretty sure all of the people are just trying to get to the United States to stop this hellspawn bringing upon the revelation, as mentioned in books like the Bible.
Yeah.
And
good read.
The beginning's a little dry. It's a little bit like the Silmarillion. Cinnamon.
The Cinnamon by J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah, the Cinnamon Land.
J.R.R. Martin.
Or the beginning of the Bible is just a genealogy of people with ridiculous sounding names. So you hear J.R.R. Tolkien's just cribbing from the Bible.
Par for the course for J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah. Oh, I read a couple books. I read fucking Sumerian texts, and I read the Bible. Now I'm the king of fantasy.
Yeah. The R's stand for rip off. That's 2 times rip off.
Yeah, he's
ripping off twice as much as the next guy, except for George R.R. Martin, who needs to stop ripping off my fan fiction, you fat fuck.
We know you're stealing it.
Just because you change Sonic to Tyrion and kissing to Tyrion doesn't mean it's a different thing.
If anybody can't see the Knuckles Hodor,
Big the cat was totally the mountain. I've only watched a little bit of Game of Thrones. I think it's an okay show.
Yeah, the mountain has a pet frog.
Yeah.
In the show, the mountain is constantly walking around just being like, "Froggy?"
That's right. I saw that episode. But Medal of Honor Warfighter isn't a very good game, and it glitches a lot. I shot this one guy, and he just slingshotted into the air, and then he reappeared and walked out the fucking door. And I was like, holy shit, is this even a video game? Is this a vaudevillian act masquerading as a video game?
No, you see, I believe all the bad guys in Warfighter are on wires.
They're not bad guys, come on.
All the good guys stopping the horrible hellspawn threat.
The oppressive white people.
Yeah, are
these white guys just flew to Afghanistan with guns blazing and said, "Hey, these brown people look nice."
So they're on wires, much like the heroes of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah.
So when the war fighter in front of me did some parkour leap over a box and then flew up 5 stories to land on the top of a tower, that was just his kung fu prowess in action.
Yeah, his Middle Eastern kung fu.
Yeah, Middle Eastern.
I shot a guy, and I liked it. I shot a guy, and he fell out of a window to what I could assume, and what onlookers would assume would be his demise. It was a pretty substantial fall. Falls, boom, thud, right in the chest, gets back up, disappears, reappears in the tower. And I go, oh, that's odd. That struck me as odd.
Yeah, well, you clearly weren't aware of the hidden technique of the Israeli fighters, the Iraqi fighters, of the anti-bullet disappear no jutsu.
I really like there's God, I wish I took more notes on it. I mean, there are the drifting sections. They're like the race car sections, and those are a lot of fun. They remind me of when I was a downhill drift racer. And what the hell else happened in that game?
Oh, okay.
Those sequences break up the shooting of brown people.
My favorite part, my absolute favorite part of all of Warfighter so far is there is a Metal Gear Solid-esque car stealth mission.
Oh yeah, you have to sneak with the car. You're avoiding
other cars.
Other cars, but it gives you like the Soliton radar from Metal Gear Solid.
So you're driving around, and then there's this black BMW, and if the black BMW sees you,
you hit an alert phase, and you have to evade them until you can hide again.
You can
work
hide
your way out, much like the video game Metal Gear Solid. Which I was during that sequence, I was going, I could be playing Metal Gear Solid. I own Metal Gear Solid. Why am I not playing Metal Gear Solid? It's because
Warfighter is such a great game.
Right. It's because the war fight called me to the battlefield.
You are drawn.
I was drawn to the war fight.
Yeah.
Now, who the fuck titled this video game?
Warfighter.
Who went Warfighter? Now, I'm not up on my military lingo, jingo. That too. I'm not up on my military lingo. So, maybe some military otaku's out there and waiting for me to make the gaffe of calling to attention the lousy title of Warfighter.
No.
So he can tell me that is a term.
The Warfighter is a fantastic title.
Yeah.
It is exactly what I get in the game.
It's like almost parody, it's
Battleman.
It's like at that degree where you're like, holy shit, is this fucking real?
Call of Duty gun shooter. Call of Duty man killer.
Gun loader.
Battle fighter.
Scope user.
Warman.
No, okay, before you get...
American Sniper.
American Sniper.
Yeah, American Warfighter.
American Warfighter.
Speaking of American Sniper clearly ripped off the plot of Warfighter.
Yeah, actually, beat by beat, Warfighter is remarkably like the film American Sniper.
Yeah.
That said, American Sniper is based on the non-fictional accounts of a real active duty sniper.
Yeah, that sniper appeared in the documentary Medal of Honor Warfighter. the interactive documentary, the new art form of interactive documentary.
You know what? You know how many brownie points Danger Close and EA would get if they referred to Medal of Honor as an interactive documentary?
Interactive document. Well, didn't you see? It says explicitly underneath a lot of the cutscenes based on real life.
Based on true events.
True events.
Yeah.
Based on true lies.
Because I remember that skirmish in Mogadishu where that guy was catapulted through the ground so hard that he became the ground.
Yeah, I do.
I think I read an article about that in the Post.
I picked up The Guardian. It was a BBC paper, a British paper, The Guardian, and it detailed about the one time the American soldier fell through the bottom of the map and entered a Salvador Dali-esque landscape world. But then was unable to continue and walked too far out of a arbitrary zone and died in 3 seconds.
Yeah. U.S. military personnel clips through ground, enters surreal dream world. Corporal Rex Hunter said that his...
Sergeant Max Shootman
said that his location on GPS navigation just came up as zeros and the glitch Masigno from the popular game Pokemon. We can't do anything with this. We're America. I'm not American. I live in Canada, where our government is a different kind of incompetent.
We are, yeah. Our current robot leader is apparently attempting to assimilate George Bush into himself in order to become him.
Yeah, it's like every JRPG final boss, where the final boss was channeling another spirit to attain some sort of spiritual superpower. So like Stephen Harper is kind of like a doughy Kuja from Final Fantasy IX. And he's like, oh, yes, I have no real motivations, but I'm going to do this anyway. And when he dies, Necron is going to show up and go, finally, Canada is ripe for the taking.
I know there's going to be a lot of Americans, and by a lot, I mean probably one that will listen to this, because I'm going to link in the stow directly to this podcast.
One American,
and they don't know very much about Canadian politics. So
who does? I don't.
I will just describe our leader, Stephen Harper, in one specific picture. I remember him where he was trying to do a promotional picture where he connected with the populace by holding a kitten. But him being a robot has this fake smile that only an automaton that has never known human emotions could produce. And the kitten itself looks absolutely terrified to be held by this humanoid creature that is Stephen Harper.
He's got this half smile that he's practiced in the mirror for 20 years. He's like, I hope the humans don't know that I am a synthoid.
See, have you ever read the book, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
No.
That plot is real and lives in Alberta.
Philip K. Dick was just writing about a prime minister who wasn't in power yet.
Yeah, he could see the future. He's like, Philip K. Dick was a Nostradamus of his time.
If Philip K. Dick could see the future, I bet he would have invested better. If he could see the future, he probably wouldn't have written sci-fi, the least respected medium ever. Now, William Gibson, that guy could see the future.
Yeah, poor William Gibson. He went from writing science fiction to just fiction.
Yeah.
We're getting political up in here.
Yeah, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to talk about Warfighter.
We are
the least political thing possible. A depiction of the Iraq War or the tumultuous. Honestly,
it's not even the Iraq War.
It isn't. I don't know what Warfighter is even about.
We're like halfway through Warfighter. We can't even tell if we're mercenaries or not.
Yeah, like, do we have a country? We're going to Dubai, and then we're going to the Philippines.
Like, I am going to quick fly. This is what I've seen of Warfighter so far. I'm going to quick fly the audience through the progression we've made in Warfighter. I believe we started up. I'm in the hospital, or Preacher's in the hospital, or whatever the hell his name is.
His call sign is Preacher.
Army Man is in the hospital. And flash forward, we're in bombed out Iraq-ish kind of Stan-ish place. We shoot a bunch of people. We go back to the hospital. There's a guy
attacked by clones.
There's a guy with no legs that's shot, so you can't see his head, saying, "Hey, we need man in hospital to do this other job." Flash to the Philippines, where we're shooting Filipinos. We go back. Then we're in some sort of like India place, like 4-lane drifting around India. Flash back to the hospital and
Legman.
Legman.
Impression of Super Eurobeat. By the way, it's getting better.
We flash back to hospital and Legless Man, and then all of a sudden we are back into a Stanish kind of area, shooting more terrorists, I guess.
Air quotes terrorists. You gotta meet Azud at the LZ. Tango, Oscar Mike. Oh, check your 7, smoke them.
Okay, the that was another bit that I loved, which is right before the car stealth mission.
Right.
Which was the reason that you're in car stealth mission is because you're trying to abduct a guy, and there was a cutscene before the car stealth mission where your buddy, Mother, I guess, I don't know, one of the other dumbass call signs.
Mother's his call sign, yeah.
Just wheels this old guy out in a wheelchair and then just dumps him into the trunk of your Kia Sorento.
He like throws him in like he was a fucking tote bag.
Yeah, and then he gets in, and the best part is like we're playing on easy because we don't care about this game. I mean, we're playing on hard because we're totally hardcore gamers.
We're hardcore.
And we don't stand for casual shit.
Fuck casuals. Get on my level.
Why aren't you playing Dota right now?
Please get on my level.
Yeah,
I need help.
I am like stuck in the casino hill zone.
I beg of you, get on my level.
I don't know how pinball works.
Call an ambulance. Get on my level, please.
Help.
Help me. Help me.
My level's bleeding out.
You know, my level. Get on it.
Get up.
But yeah, playing easy, getting through the game, not having fun. Sometimes having fun inadvertently, praying that I was playing a better game, and I do own better games. I could be playing Disgaea 3, Absence of Justice. Funny thing about that Disgaea 3 case that I'm looking at right now is a copy of Disgaea 4 is in that Disgaea 3 case. The guy at EB gave me the wrong game.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, do you want Disgaea 4?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want it more than Disgaea 3?
I've already beaten Disgaea 3 because I am the fattest man on earth.
Which one does Laharl turn into a woman?
That is Disgaea D2.
I get it. Disgaea double D.
She does no, it's Nipponishi. Laharl doesn't have big tits.
No, it does. One character does. And in an NIS game, there's always one character that has big tits.
Yeah.
The rest of them are 12.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're just not down with the DFC.
No.
Officer, you can't take me away. She was 3,000 years old and a vampire.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. She looked like she was 8. I think he more...
Officer, you can't arrest me. I'm just playing the newest game from Idea Factory. Deal with it, nigga.
I think he's arresting you more...
I gotta pause for a second. I can't say nigga. I am a dark man. I just wanted the internet to
Okay,
know.
that's fine. I can't. I'm really glad this guy didn't do like the Fast and the Furious thing where they just stuck the number into the name.
This 5, I really wish this guy a 5, which is coming out very soon, and I'm trying to pretend that I'm too cool to be excited about that. I really wish that the 5 was the S, so it'd be this guy with a 5. The 5 Gaia.
The 5 guys, burgers and fries.
2 this Gaia, 2 Furious.
Yeah. Well, my favorite of that so far has been the fourth.
The fourth is pretty good. I'm a big fan of...
There's not even an A in Thief.
Well, they changed it to just Thief. They didn't go with the fourth because they were like, oh shit.
That's dumb.
My Jinko jeans shrunk in the wash.
Now they're skinny jeans.
These are just regular fit Levi's now.
Man, how much do J&Co jeans have to shrink in order to get to skinny fit?
Oh, quite a bit, I would imagine.
So, who else was alive in the 90s rave scene and liked giant bell-bottom raver jeans?
Hit us up. Twitter, Facebook.
Guess what? Exciting news. J&Co's back. Raver pants are coming back. Everybody loves raver pants.
How do you feel about it? Hit us up on Spudbook.
Is that a thing?
No.
Oh, it should be. What would it be about?
Hit us up on Flickbit. Spudbook would chronicle potatoes. Potato growth. Hit us up.
Spudbook.com.
Spudbook.com.
Somebody's going to register Spudbook.com and get fucking $1 million. We're not going to see a goddamn dime in that.
Yeah, I know. That's going to be really rude.
Yeah, they'd just be like...
Some guy's listening to this and it's going like, all the best ideas come from the 20 view videos. Yeah,
Spudbook. This is mine now. I got to program Spudbook and sell it to Google for $150 million because Google buy anything.
Yeah, so like next time I want to talk about like Super Thunderblade.
No,
or
okay.
A game that anyone likes.
Okay, so basically this is our first one, but we want user input. You like us, that's cool. You can type about that. You don't like us, That's pretty cool too. Whatever. I don't like me most of the time.
Man, what's with the self-depreciating humor? You don't like us? Fuck off, buddy. Go watch some Smosh sketch or whatever you do with your spare time. I watch Game Grumps. I can't wait for the 37th video where they talk about DuckTales. Fuck off.
Okay, and if you have any questions, we'll answer your questions.
Fuck off.
Usually like that. And if you have a game you want us to talk about, put it in the comments.
Aww.